Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So in this shloka, something very, very important point here is that as much we may advertise, if we are in the lower modes, there is no question of having any contact with Krishna. Correct? Just like we had an example of Kumbh Mela. I always take that example. And I saw people there, they claim they are in contact with God. But the reality was they were smoking ganja. Lot of sadhus, it's a practice. I think in South India this doesn't happen. You don't have this Mata Swamis and all smoking. In North India it's quite common. So much so even innocent public supply. Prabhupada himself recounts that one sadhu came to his house and asked his father for ganja. He still remembers, In fact, therefore, when he was in Calcutta and somebody told him there is one great sannyasi here, please come and hear. His friend, Prabhupada said, I saw enough of them. I was not at all inspired. So actually, it's a miracle that Srila Prabhupada has created some devotees in Kali Yuga. It's not possible. So even for us, if you want to come to contact with Krishna, and still we are in Tamoguna, Tamoguna means there is regulative principles are in question. That's my limited understanding. Madness, because it is said is madness. And Rajoguna means intense passion, desire for name, fame and sense gratification. But person still stays within the boundaries of the dharma. There is no question of knowing God. And sometimes people get surprised because it is also said Vedas should only be read by Brahmanas. Correct? But what Brahmana is it? Not by birth. Unless we are past your 12th class and you want to become a doctor, okay? Can you go and ask for admission? There's a first get 12th class. And you want to know God and no qualification. That's why so many people come and say, have you seen God? Can you show me God? Wait a minute, sir. First thing, in this Rajoguna, Tamoguna, you can't see. This is not the way you will ask if you are in Sattva-guna. Just like Arjuna comes to lotus feet of Krishna. And it completes Sattva-guna. He shows symptoms of Sattva-guna to analyze, even though he is externally in a Kshatriya dharma. He says, Krishna, can you forgive all the Kauravas? And Krishna, they can attack me, but I will not lift my weapons. I can live a life of begging. The Prabhupada's comments there, for somebody who is a prince, for somebody who is entitled to live a very luxuriant life, to be ready in a moment's notice to live in a life of begging and throw away all the comforts, shows his mind and senses are under full control. Prabhupada says in the Bhagavad Gita. Correct? Otherwise he cannot make. In fact, Prabhupada says in the end of first chapter, such a soft-hearted person for Arjuna is fit to receive the knowledge of God. And such a soft-hearted person. He gives him all credits. Basically, Arjuna is paving the way what condition you can be to receive the knowledge from the Lord. From any condition you can surrender. Actually, you are in a depth of Tamoguna also you can surrender. But once you surrender and do not obey the Lord, because if you surrender, it's all over then. There is no question of Rajoguna, Tamoguna. Immediately you are transcendental. Immediately you are transcendental. You're no longer in any modes. Mamacha avyavicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunana samatitetan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. If you engage now, say, I will just serve Krishna from now on, it's over. There is no modes going to touch you. In another place it says, Bhagavad Gita, Devi esha gudumai mama maya duratya mam eva ye prapadyante maya metam taranti te. He definitely crosses over the lower modes of matter nature. Not only lower, he crosses over even Sattva-guna. Moment somebody surrenders to Krishna. You understood this point? Therefore, we had this classic, let me repeat again, because this is extremely important point. One shloka and another shloka are contradicting in Bhagavad Gita, unless you understand them properly. There is one shloka, it says, Yesham tu antagatam papam jananam punya karmanam te dvandamoha nirmuktam bhajante mam dhridavrata. So this shloka says, Yesham tu antagata papa. If there is a person, if all papas are vanished, and birth after birth he is doing pious activity, such a noble soul, only such people can with full determination, they are free from all dualities of this world. Because we become difficult, correct? It's too hot, I can't do anything. Te dvanda moha nirmukta. I was just seeing yesterday, somebody was saying the Russian army people had gone to Arctic and there's some water there. They're taking bath in that water. Ice cold. Dvanda moha, even army men are free from this. Definitely devotees should be free. Dvanda moha nirmukta. Bhajante mam dhridavata, with full determination, even though so many dvandas. What do dvandas do basically? They create inconvenience, they disturb the mind of a conditioned soul. For a pure devotee, there is no dvanda. Prahlad Maharaj, his father is trying to kill him, there is no dvanda. He was even then looking at his father with respect. No dvanda in his mind. It's very difficult, that condition. Highly transcendental. He is being insulted, correct? While somebody you kill, you become jealous of somebody, become envious of somebody. Still go to his father, pay obeisance. His heart is not changed. He is still a well-wisher of his father. Dvanda moha nirmukta, correct? Somebody is jealous of you, makes one comment, that's over, you become so disturbed. Dvanda moha nirmukta. In Bhagavad Gita also, when Arjuna asked to Krishna this question, that what are the symptoms of man who has become transcendental in the chapter of 3 modes, Krishna says he is free. He can look at enemy and friend alike. It's not easy. It's not easy. Somebody wants to kill you, he hates you. Another person always is a well-wisher. You see them with the equal eye. Because you are on a transcendental plane. Correct? This all is on the material plane. So, completely free from duality, bhajante mam dhridavarta, they can worship me. So it says you should be free from sinful activity, then you can surrender. And the last instruction of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita is Sarvadharman parityaja mam ekam sharanam raja aham tvam sarapapebhyo mokshishami vasacha. Sarvadharman parityaja. You forget all your so-called duties, responsibility, just take my shelter and I will free you from sinful reaction. Isn't this contradictory? One shloka says you are free from sinful activity, then only you can surrender. And another shloka says when you surrender, you'll become free from sinful activities. So it's like a catch-22. You get stuck now. So how can I, okay, if I surrender, everything is fine, but I cannot surrender until my heart is pure. And only after I surrender, heart will become pure. Yes. So Prabhupada writes in the purport of the Sarvadharmana Parityaja, begin the process of surrender. Begin the attempt to surrender. Actually, it's the devotees which lift us from this problem. We are not qualified. We are not qualified to go in the presence of Krishna. We are not qualified. Therefore, an acharya comes in between. And when we obey him, even though we are not able to serve Krishna, when we obey him, just like the pujari is offering bhoga to the Lord, he says, he chants Prabhupada Pranamatra. Why? So on the order of this acharya, I am offering you this. Kindly accept. Krishna cannot accept because you are Rasik, Tamsik, correct? You are third class. Oh, my devotee has given you shelter. I'll take it. That is how it is. It's a devotee. It's a Vaishnava allows you to bring this. Because why? You're beginning, when you begin the process of surrender, you cannot surrender directly to Krishna. You need a great devotee. Therefore, we are offering everything through Krishna, through Acharya, Prabhupada. Because then Krishna will accept. You cannot directly, because directly you are not fit to enter because we are Rasik Tamsik. Correct? So an Acharya trains us. And true, Prabhupada says, if you sincerely obey me, definitely you will be free from three modes. Many times devotee went to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada, how to maintain ourselves always in Sattva-guna? Because here Yamaraj is saying, we are all in Sattva-guna and we are not able to understand you. What will be the condition of these people on earth? Rajaguna, Tamaguna. What they can understand? Therefore, Prabhupada always had a laugh at this. Because Britishers, when they came to India, actually they did a lot of damage. Number one, no, other people came, they just settled in India. Babar, so many of them, they came, settled. India did not lose the wealth. Britishers actually made India bankrupt. It was the richest country, they made it bankrupt country. They looted. Correct? That is not enough. They also introduced in the education system complete confusion about the Vedic literature. To this day, so-called educated people, when they read these commentaries done by these so-called people, correct? They get confused. To this day, therefore they are called Lord Macaulay's grandchildren. It is said. They had a conscious intention. They were paid. They were already biased. Prabhupada used to laugh. With one hand they are holding liquor. Other hand they are eating, beef and mutton. What they will understand the Vedic literature. Vedic literature is very sacred. And you need a shelter, a blessing of a Vaishnava to enter there. You cannot enter. Prabhupada says, please don't poke your nose into these affairs. Isn't it? Just like your house, something is going on. Somebody says, what are you doing? Why are you teaching Gita? Say, don't poke your nose here. It's none of your business. It's none of their business. They simply poke them, but their intention. Because if they can confuse the Indians, they thought, then they can introduce their own religion or they can make them, there. Because people used to not, even though Britishers somehow acquired power, people had knowledge. They could see these people are debauchees. They are mlechas, yavanas, in the sense of their personal qualities are so degraded. True? But our leaders itself in the beginning were the descendants of them only. So degraded qualities. And they became the leaders of the country. So we actually did not undo the damage. So we should understand this point here. In the what I wanted to say, that even the leaders sometimes in India, they're commenting. We had some chief ministers, so many people commenting. It's all bogus, this all Vedic literatures are bogus. They have no qualification to comment. Why? Yamaraja is saying so. And Yamaraja will take them to task also. What is Yamaraja saying? Then in Rajas Tamas you cannot understand. There is one more shloka in Bhagavatam which says so. Which is the shloka? Mohiyanti yata Janmadiyasya taratascharteshu abhigna swarat tene brahma hridayadi kaviye mohiyanti yata suryaha. Surya means devatas who are in Sattva-guna. Even they cannot understand God. So how the God will be understood by us? So Prabhupada says many times. There was one devotee who went to Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, I'm not able to control my senses. Prabhupada was very affectionate to him, very merciful. So gave him a strong word. Don't make a show. You are making a show. You are not a devotee. If you are a devotee, there should be no question of controlling the senses. You got it? The example is given. Suppose Indra is digging a well. It's a joke, no? Indra can control the rains. He can bring tons and tons of water and he's digging a well. So for a devotee to control the senses is a very small thing. It's not even a question. Devotee's heart is loaded with love of Krishna. His heart is crying out. Please don't think I am in that position. Is a devotee, means acharyas, their heart is crying out for Krishna's lotus feet. There is an example, very nice. Rupa Goswami says, hope against hope. Anybody knows exactly the verse, hope against hope? He says, Rupa Goswami, he says that I have no devotion, I have no knowledge, and I am so offensive to all the Vaishnavas. I don't see any qualification in me. Still I am hoping against hope, one day I will become your devotee. That is our condition. Somehow we are hoping against hope. Just like imagine, some paper is there, you can never pass. Okay? And you say, I am hoping against hope I can do this. Take something which is very difficult in the world. Which you think it is not possible for you? Anything you can know? Say to get Nobel Prize. Okay? We can never do anything to get Nobel Prize. Even it's material. Prabhupada said there are rascals only. But even that we can see we can't get. Correct? We don't know. Still hoping against hope. That's hoping against hope. So actually we have no qualification. It's only the Krishna's intense compassion. There is very sweet line. I remember the first time, not first time, that was when I was in ISKCON, I was reading this purport. I got stirred for some time. It's a purport. Prabhupada says the purports is written are his transcendental ecstasies. In the same shloka, Devi Esha Gudamai Mama Maya Duratya, Mama Eva Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantite. In that, he says very nice statement. Prabhupada says in the purport, Krishna releases the conditioned soul from the grip of Maya. Why? It says, finally, he is a beloved son of the Lord. So sweet. That's very touching. All of us, we may not have a relation. That's true. Actually, we have no relation. And neither we have any love for Krishna. But we are always beloved son of Krishna. Correct? Krishna is waiting. Now, how to release this conditioned soul? Just like by the time the Ajamila just chanted, Narayana, then what happened immediately? Don't fear, don't fear. Immediately Vishnudas came to save him. So it's actually Krishna's compassion. And Lord Chaitanya is nothing but compassion incarnation of the Lord. Lord Chaitanya, Lord Krishna, there is no difference. What is the difference? Intense compassion. That becomes Lord Chaitanya. When Krishna takes, just like Narasimha Deva, what's the mood? Intense anger. Correct? That is Narasimha Deva. Therefore, you got it? Oh. Narasimha Deva means he's very, very angry. He wants to protect his devotee. That is the mood. Lord Rama, he wants to Maryada Purushottam. You take all different incarnations. There is one specific mood. But the incarnation of Lord Chaitanya is intense compassion. For whom? The suffering souls of Kali Yuga. So therefore we take this advantage. We know I'm lying in the depth of Tamoguna. And we are raising our hand to the Lord. My Lord, please have mercy upon me. And definitely if you are sincere, Krishna will. But if you are duplicitous, then Krishna will not. Correct? Duplicitous, you understand? We don't mean it. It is said, Queen Kunti says, Shrutis, what does this say? Janma Sharya Shruta Shribi Edamana Madhapuma. These are so beautiful verses. Every day we can meditate. She says if a person is affected, it has some trace of Janma. He has some pride because of his Janma. Oh, I am born in a great family. Aishwarya, oh, I am so opulent. Shruta, I am so learned. And Janma Sharya Shruta Shri, I am so beautiful. If these four things are giving you any kind of satisfaction, correct? I was joking, no? If you see the Vishnudutas, you will look at yourself, you look like Yamudutas. Why Yamudutas pictures scare us? Because their face is something is odd, The hair, ears are so big or head is so big, something like that. Our form is also actually so much out of the place. Vishnudutas' form is so beautiful actually. So beautiful. So, we are nowhere actually. What is the opulence we have in front of them? Nothing. What janma? What learning? We are so ignorant. But unnecessarily, suppose we are proud of these things. It says, Na ev artum abhidhatum ve. You don't deserve in this condition to feelingly call out for Krishna. You cannot. You cannot say, Krishna, I am yours. You cannot say. Because something else is deluding, creating Brahma in your mind. You understand? Therefore, there is one more shloka. Today morning, Prabhupada class, Prabhupada is saying, what does Prabhupada saying? Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam. Prabhupada explains this very nicely. He says, unless you are pure, why is it only in Satoguna we can even approach Krishna? He says, unless you are pure, you cannot approach pure. Just like fire. If fire can enter fire, there is no reaction. Correct? So similarly, unless I am completely spiritual, I cannot enter Krishna's pastimes. I cannot come into the presence of Krishna with any material qualities, any material contamination. So what is contamination? Another way to look, sarva upadhi. So many kind of upadhi, ahankara I have. I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm an Indian, I'm a Hindu, all nonsense upadhis. Correct? Because Atma has only one upadhi. Atma is a servant of Krishna. You understand? There is no upadhi for the soul. Soul should be sarvopadhi vinirmuktam. It should be free from all upadhis. Tat paratvena nirmalam. In that condition, we completely be pure. Rishikena rishikes sevanam. In that condition, when with the senses we become ready to serve Rishika Isha, the Lord, bhakti uchyate, then the bhakti becomes. So we have to be free from all kind of upadhis. Correct? I am a Tamil, I am a Kannadiga. All upadhis you have to forget. What is your upadhi? You say, who are you? I am a servant of Krishna. In that platform, you become so light actually. These upadhis actually crush us. They make us crazy. So all these upadhi, tat paratvena nirmalam. Nirmal means pure. Mala, there is no mala now. So when you have no mala, you become pure. Then you can, with the purified senses, serve Krishna. Prabhupada says the process of Krishna consciousness purifies your mind and senses. Then you become fit to serve Krishna. Because you cannot serve Krishna with dirty mind and senses. So here Yamaraja's advice let us take very seriously. Yamaraja is saying even we Devatas cannot understand Krishna. There is one very nice incidence of this. When Krishna, you see the Devatas are bewildered every moment. When Krishna went inside the mouth of Bakasura, Devatas almost fainted. They cannot understand. They forget what happens to them. They forget Krishna is, nothing is possible. Krishna can do anything. What is it to have the worry? When Narasimhadeva came, Devatas got scared to approach him. Correct? Devatas, even they could not understand this activity, Leela of the Lord. Prahlad Maharaj ran and fell at his feet. But Devatas were, scared to come in appearance. So Devatas are also limited in their realizations. And there is the last instance when Krishna was to disappear from the world. His pastimes were completed. Devatas all came, just like they had come Krishna's appearance time. They are offering their final prayers to the Lord. They are giving a send-off. And they are trying to understand how Krishna will disappear. They could not understand. Krishna held his flute and zoop, it's beyond their capacity. Krishna is much, much beyond. The Devatas are struggling to understand Krishna. What is our condition? Okay? So we should not stretch our capacity of speculation and imagination. Just whatever Prabhupada says, nobody can understand Krishna. Krishna is so great. As much he has revealed in the Vedic literature, try to understand. Correct? If you try to understand how Krishna is sitting in your heart or standing in your heart, you try to understand how is he doing that. You cannot understand. It is not possible. Is it possible? It is beyond your capacity. As much Krishna has explained in the Gita Bhagavatam, that much enough. Prabhupada used to say something very nicely. Don't try to understand Krishna too much. Try to love him. The residents of Vrindavan did not try to understand Krishna. They were only trying to offer their all affection to him. The Prabhupada says, Indra tested Krishna before he surrendered. Brahma tested Krishna before he surrendered. But Mother Yashoda never tested Krishna. She was naturally the objects of her love. Okay? So true, in one sense we try to understand Krishna, other sense our devotion service to Krishna should constantly go on. Because it is Krishna, when he is pleased with your service, will reveal himself. Srila Prabhupada ki